Hello and welcome to Michael's Insurance Daily. This is your host, Michael Young, on insurance coverage and bad faith lawyer in St. Louis, Missouri. I want to thank everyone for listening to the podcast the last several weeks. We've just started this and we've had a lot of fun. This is actually the last episode that we are going to do, I think, for 2019. We're going to take a short break here for the holidays and come back next year in 2020, earlier in the year. Before we take that break, though, I wanted to read to you one of my favorite holiday stories. This is a story that my parents used to read to me when I was a little boy and had dreams of becoming an insurance coverage and bad faith lawyer one day. It's called "Twas the Night Before the Mediation." If you want to look it up, you can find it in Dickens on Insurance, section 6-20. Here it is. 'Twas the night before the mediation. 'Twas the night before the mediation, when all through the firm, not a lawyer was stirring, not even the bookworms. The mediation briefs were all submitted with flair, in hopes that the mediator would soon read them with care. The claims adjuster was nestled all snug in his bed, while visions of a global settlement danced in his head. So I went to the hotel bar for a nightcap, before settling my brain for a pre-mediation nap. When out of the fax machine there arose such a clatter, I looked up from my Syrah to see what was the matter. Away to my iPhone I flew like a flash to open my email app and hope it wouldn't crash. The battery on my phone read 10% or below. It took quite a bit not to throw it into the snow. When what to my wondering eyes did appear? But a policy limits demand, with payment required by check cashier. With a series of case citations so adverse that they picked, I knew in a moment that we just might be licked. To show coverage under the policy for their claim, the plaintiff's lawyer called on the familiar coverage states by name. Now Florida, now Louisiana, now Washington and Michigan. On Missouri, on Colorado, on California, and more of the same. These claims are all covered. This is not a tough call. So pay away, pay away, pay away all. But then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof an associate with Westlaw research that proved to be foolproof. As I read the research, my head spinning around, I saw the winning case to which the parties would be bound. At the mediation, the mediator looked resolute, with his clothes all fancy from years of successfully resolving disputes. He said we must pay up, the cases are adverse. I countered, not so fast. Their best case was reversed. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. Michael, if you have a good case, please, do sherry. When I handed him our research, he just shook his head. Soon I knew that my insurance company had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and soon returned to our mediation room and said with a smirk, "They are willing to settle, I want you to know, for defense costs only, basically a settlement tied with a bow." The insurance company accepted, and I warned them not to whistle, and the adjuster drove to the airport and flew away like the down of a thistle. I then went to my LinkedIn and typed with great pride, "We settled the case. Happy mediation to all, and to all a good night." Well, there you go, guys. That's one of my favorite holiday stories. It brings a tear to my eye every time that I hear it, so I hope you enjoyed that. Seriously, have a wonderful holiday, everyone, and look forward to chatting with you about insurance in the new year. Have a good one.